This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your Sandpiper 380 BH5 by Forest River. Okay, I'm on the door side, moving towards the rear. Okay, so you have a swing out grill, and you'll have a gas fitting, a quick connect fitting right here to hook your hose to. Your LP hose, there's an LP hose right here with a quick connect on one end and a male on the other. The switch for your rear stabilizers is right here, like so. That one switch operates both of the rear jacks. You got a dorm refrigerator. Works on 110 AC. As soon as you plug the trailer in, it's turned on and ready to go. You have a microwave, works like any other microwave, and then you have a sink and some storage. All right. Excuse me. This is a big trailer. I believe you have 5 slide outs on it, so it's huge. You got a power awning here. A spray port here if you want to put a sprayer in there. This is just power. If you need to plug in something outside, you got outside speakers. Your basement from this side has got a TV hookup. There's a video out and a plug to hook that up. There's your sprayer that I spoke to you about, and there's also a water hose. You've got override cranks here for your stabilizers, and we'll have to see what else. I'm not even sure exactly, but we'll know in a minute or two. Okay. I think let me see here. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll move to the other side. Let me look and make sure I didn't miss anything in here. All right. And then you got 2 30-pound LP tanks, one on each side. They're full. Your basement front is under there. It has storage, obviously, and a battery. And there's your tire under there. Your other LP tank. Yep, sure enough, another 30-pounder. So, okay, this is your water center here. Okay, so you have 2 positions, normal and bypass. That's to bypass the water heater, if you can see. So when you're winterizing, you can bypass it. You got your fresh water tank. It's got an onboard tank, obviously. If you go to a place that does not have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill your fresh water tank through there. If you have city water, you're going to hook up right there. You have your tank dumps, your black tank dump valve right here, and then your gray tank dump valve right there. You're going to pull the black first, and then when that's done dumping, you're going to pull the gray, and because it's cleaner water than the black tank water, which is toilet water and waste. And then if you want to flush the black tank out, you can hook your hose here up at the dump station, and it'll spray the inside of your black tank out and clean it up. There's another place to plug that sprayer into right here if you need to hose things down. You've got a canister for a water filter if you choose to put one in there. And this bypass has to do with winterizing the trailer, okay? Throwing antifreeze in. All right? Okay, so let me close this properly here. Okay, so that's just furnace outlet there. You have 2 different places to hook your dump hose up to. One here, one on the other side of the slide out. You got a 50 amp cord. It's like 30 feet long, I would guess. 50 by 50 amp, 30 feet long. I just want to show you that this works on gas or electric. This is the water heater. And there is an extra switch right here. This on and off rocker switch here powers the heating element that's behind this cover here to run it on electric. The gas switch is inside, but I just want you to know that that switch is there for the electric. Obviously, you never run this without water in the tank, or else it'll damage the heating element or the tank, or both. There's your other hookup there. Okay. Back around the rear, you got a ladder. You always want to inspect your roof as much as you can to make make sure that there's no cracking or separation starting on your roof. You don't want there to get water inside, so you make sure you check that out as much as you can. 3 times a season's good. Okay, so this was just plugged in, so I think the low battery is chirping at this point, but it's charging up. Alright, let me get some light here. Let's start right here. Okay, so we got... Okay, so... I'm just trying to make sense of all this here. Okay, so to light your water heater on gas is right here. Okay, the water pump to pump your water is right here. Now, if it has 2 black tanks, which I'm not sure this one does, let me look around quick. I haven't been through the whole thing yet, so there's no toilet in there. You definitely have one right here. The panel has basically 2 or more than 1 function because they use it in different units, so you just sort of have to make sure before you go too far with it what we're dealing with here. Okay, storage in there. Okay, alright, so you just have 1 black tank. Okay. So, you check your black tank right here by doing this. Okay. Then you have these buttons you have to push them kind of deep with your nail to get to them. But you can see you got your gray tank, your galley tank, your freshwater tank, and your battery here. Okay. Slide outs here. You got 2 slide out switches and your power awning. You just roll your power awning out so you can see the awning tube. Now, you don't want to leave that awning out when unattended. So whenever you're not at the campsite, you want to roll it in so you don't get it damaged by the wind. You've got 3 remotes. This one's for the fireplace, obviously. You turn it on and off, and it's a space heater. You have a radio and a disc player here. And of course the TV works like any other TV. Got 3 theater seats here, which is cool. This is going to be a jackknife probably, or a fold out bed here. Okay. Your refrigerator is Dometic. It runs on 110 AC or LP gas. It's an automatic refrigerator, so it's very simple to use. You got on and off here, so that's on. You can select between auto and gas here. If you look up here, the little dot is by the LP there. Let me see if you can see it through the picture here. So right there it's on auto. Auto means electric. The reason they call it auto is because it automatically seeks out electricity. If it can't find it, it'll switch to gas, or if you're using it and you have a power failure, it'll automatically switch over to gas. Okay. And then you can set it dedicated to gas right there. See how the dots moved over to the LP side. And then of course the temperature right here. You're going to have it basically up all the way and off. So it's pretty simple. Gas absorbs the refrigerator, so it does run on gas, LP gas. Your range, you're just going to spark it to light it like so. So you'll turn it on. I don't know if he's got the gas on right now. I don't think he does. Oh, I guess he does. So you light it just like that. Okay. You do that for each one of these. The oven, you have to way down here at the bottom. Back there is a pilot light, so you need a grill lighter. Basically, what you do is you go to pilot. You depress this and hold it. Then you'll light the pilot light with a lighter, right? After it lights, you'll still hold this in for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to operating temperature. Whatever operating temperature you go to, it'll just cycle on and off like a regular oven. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously. But so does the pilot light, so you have to relight it each time you use it. Alright? Range hood works like any range hood, and the microwave works like any other microwave. Your thermostat, basically, you're going to turn it on. you can check the inside temperature. That's a switch from Fahrenheit to Celsius. You can go through the different modes. Auto, furnace, fan, off, and then you can switch to zone. Zone 2 is the same way. Goes through the same thing. Okay, so it's pretty basic. You just select the source you want, whether it's air conditioning or heating, and there'll be a short lag time, you know, before it turns on, but give it a good 5 seconds or so to turn on and off. One thing you have to remember about these bunks is this one folds down, obviously, but you can't bring these in until you've put it in this up position, because it'll hit, obviously, they'll collide with each other. So you always want to have it in the up position before you bring the slide rooms in. All right, and then you have a place to hook up a TV, and you got a power, and you got a hookup right there, so you can put a TV in here. Nice high ceiling, man. It's very impressive. Okay. Alrighty. So as we move back, this is your power converter here. So this will convert 110 AC to 12 volt DC. Open it like there. So you can see you have regular household circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. That's 110 AC, and then it converts the power to 12 volt DC here. These are just 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. So if any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see them through this tinted plastic here. Okay. Also, this is a battery tender, so it'll keep an eye on your battery as long as you're plugged in, and it'll keep it totally charged for you as long as you're plugged in. All right. This is the fan switch for your ceiling fan. Okay. That's the smoke detector that's chirping. I thought it was the low power, but it's a smoke detector. Okay. Shower works like any other shower. Sink works like any other sink. This GFCI, you got to remember that all the plugs in the trailer will be wired through a GFCI, so if you're using power outside and it stops working, you know you have to reset it inside if it pops. Your toilet, you have to remember that basically you can't use it without chemical. So what you're going to do is you're going to put chemical in there, stand on the pedal and put water in, because you can't use a dryer without chemical. So when you get to the campsite, you'll hook up your power, you'll hook up your water, you'll come in here, put the chemical in there, step on the pedal and hold it down and put about a gallon of water in there or so, and then you're ready to use it till you dump it again. After you dump it, you got to repeat that procedure. Alright, you have a fan here with 3 speeds, it looks like. Fantastic fan. Always use the fan with the shower so you can pull the humidity out. Alright. Okay, so when we're back in the bedroom again, let me find some light here. Okay, so this is pretty much self-explanatory. You can set a TV here, and you have hook up here. You have a closet here with space. You got it's pre-plumbed for a washer dryer if you wanted to use a combo. You can lift this up here, and there's storage underneath, so it does a lot. You got a second air conditioner here. Obviously, this would be zone 2, I believe. So the living area would be zone 1. This should be zone 2. That's your sensor for your air conditioner right there for your zone monitor. All right, and that is your antenna. So you can crank it up. You can spin it by doing this and turning it, but make sure before you bring it back down, you line up these 2 markers here, so that if you do that, it'll always lay in the proper position on the roof. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see if I forgot anything here. I think I covered all the important stuff. There should be a carbon monoxide and LP gas monitor, which is right here. So it should always be green like it is. That'll go off if it senses LP gas leak or carbon monoxide buildup. If that happens, you take everybody out of the trailer, obviously. You shut the gas off at the front and figure out what's going on. So it's very nice. Kind of ornate inside. A lot of windows, which I really like. That's like an atrium almost. That's pretty cool. Problem with a lot of modern trailers, they don't have enough windows in them because obviously you're out in the woods and seeing all these fantastic sights. It's nice to be able to see out the windows and see what's happening. So cool. Okay, well, I want to thank you for purchasing this trailer at National RV Detroit. You can always find online videos by manufacturers if you have more questions. That's a great way to learn. Also, there are PDFs you can download. For every appliance will have a model number, so you can find all the information you need. This is a used trailer, so I'm not sure what manuals are still in here. Some customers keep them all, some don't. It's just hard to say. But you can the information through the internet is always available. So I want to thank you very much for purchasing your trailer from National RV, and thanks for your time.